Hello, everybody, and welcome to HCA 2025, the Fuck All Prep Summer Tournament. We're here in week 2 looking at a Group A match between ESPT and Greyhounds. A couple of the very best in the game here today going at it on Omaha Beach was the result of the spin. And ESPT is going to be Axis, Greyhounds will be Allies. We'll be playing on Vierville-sur-Mer. I'm not alone today. I've got two of my 7th Armor Division teammates here with Jack and Jack, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for the invite. Always happy to watch some high-level Hell Let Loose tournament gameplay.
And my fellow General of the Army, level 500. How are you?
Good to be here. I'm excited to stare at the tanks and ignore the infantry for 90 minutes.
Sounds good. So I've got the standings pulled up here. We only got a couple minutes because this tournament is ridiculously punctual. So we'll talk a little bit about the point as well. But let's spend a couple minutes. We're taking a look right now at the standings. This is not updated for matches that have already occurred this week. So Helios played CU last night. So Helios and CU are both 1-1 there in Group B. 82-80 and Omen, I think, are playing right now, or maybe an hour from now. So that's going to be going on as well. Any surprises for you guys so far in any of the groups, or anything interesting that you think has happened? I think, anything that you guys have noticed so far in HCA?
I was a little surprised by Omen's loss against CU. I feel like after having played both teams, it feels like Omen is. It seems like they could have won that game. So that was my biggest shock so far.
Oh, that was the Foy Southern Edge game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do recall. Yeah, the Omen definitely could have pulled a win out on that. I think the opportunity was definitely there. For me, it was, I think, VLKRT or VLKKRT beating Botan in Group C. It's something I definitely didn't expect.
Yeah, I think that was a surprise for me. I don't want to characterize it as a surprise, but just kind of an interesting kind of storyline as we're going through HCA here is, I mean, 82 AD, we played them and they're a tough team right now. I want to give them credit because they've kind of been up and down lately, and maybe the last time we saw them in a tournament they were a little bit on the downswing, but Helios played them last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, and they were very strong. And then like you said, the VLKKRT, I didn't really know what to make of them. I think it's their first time playing together, or the first time I've seen them together. A couple European teams, and beating Botan was a bit of a surprise. I'm going to pull off the standings now because we're just a couple minutes away, and we'll talk a little bit about the map and the point here. So let me transition to the main view here, and we're looking at Vierville-sur-Mer, the church point here on Omaha. We're going to see ESPT attacking from the left side of the screen and Greyhounds from the right side. Starting with here first. What do you think about this point for both sides, and what do you think is going to be kind of key here?
I will say Vierville-sur-Mer is probably the most balanced point on Omaha for sure. So I'm glad it was chosen this week by HCA Orga. Props to Orga. I think what's notable about Vierville-sur-Mer is that it slightly favors Axis in the beginning, but there are multiple avenues for recap for allies, and they're quite strong if they control the right ground. Particularly, artillery battery in the south becomes kind of a sort of a secondary objective to taking VSM. Both of these teams, I will say, have played this map many times. I'm not sure how recently ESPT has played it. I know Greyhounds played it. I think I can't remember what the format was, but they recapped against WTH, I think, as Axis on BSM, notably like late into the game, I think. So they have some recent experience with this map inside, as far as I'm aware, that should come into play. But ESPT is also one of the strongest teams in the game, so I think they'll be up to the challenge of taking on Greyhounds on this map.
I'm looking for Father Pig here to join King. So yeah, there we go. The prompt right at the top of the hour flip. It didn't even look like Greyhounds were full on their side. So yeah, Jack, anything to add or anything to about Virville-sur-Mer you think we didn't hear just now? That was a good summary, I think, from both sides.
Uh, yeah, nothing really. It'll be interesting to see kind of if ESPT does cap first, how they will, like, what areas they're going to focus on maintaining control of. You've got to expect that they'll go, north to the mansion area of the church. That's a pretty strong armor position to help deny Greyhounds trying to get back in. But at the same time, if Greyhounds is able to take control of the north, then uh, it's going to be hard for ESPT to really kind of counter that. So I'm very interested to see how the teams end up playing this.
So a minute and a half remaining in the warm-up. There's quite a few snipes, I think, going both ways. On this point, I think both teams have probably played. So even though, I mean, if you're unfamiliar with the format here, unlike previous tournaments, there is not like a week of prep or a week of knowing what the map and point are going to be. They spin a wheel, a random wheel, 30 minutes before match start to determine the map, and the Orga has pre-selected which midpoint it'll be if it lands on that map, and so there's no real prep to do because you don't know what map you're going to play. But obviously these teams are both very experienced, so we expect that they'll have already done prep for this map or this point. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of snipes come in here for both sides in about 45 seconds. We'll look at the lineup real quick here for ESPT. Got Zesty alone in one Puma, Claro in another Puma, and two Luxes, of course, as well as the medium. So pretty standard. Is there an extra supply truck? Maybe not. Oh, there is, very far north.
Who's in the ESPT medium? Down a little bit.
Oh, there it is. Sergeant.
3 Fupas.
Stupa, Poopa, and Fupa.
Love it.
Bammon, Trops, and Cap'n in one Lux, and the other Lux is it's always now in brick. So we'll see. Try to get at the correct range to kind of see what all comes in here. Snipe blast.
I thought it was interesting that that default Lux, they're running a 2-man in it, which is a strategy that we've employed occasionally, just kind of situational. But I'm curious as to why. Maybe that tank's going up sector potentially.
Yeah, it could just be only so many people they want to dedicate to armor in the opening, or something for sure. And we see one truck get hit up in the north, not go down, but I'm sure a lot of bodies came out of it.
Who has C on the
27 on Azan and that other guy. I don't want to miss anything else here, but looks like they 27 CE, probably 3 or 4 kills. Everybody but the cab occupants, I'm sure. You see a truck go down in the top.
Like a Stewart in the south by Marsmick. And, oh, heavy AB push here. Both
Yeah,
teams.
both teams really prioritizing artillery battery. I think these teams both know how important it is, both to Greyhound's ability to recap and to ESPT's ability to deny that recap. I think really does come through artillery battery. Specifically because the cross angles for machine guns and tanks is really, really powerful. It allows you basically to safely see to the back side of the church on Vierville-sur-Mer.
So here we can kind of see the armor layout here for Greyhounds, a couple Stewarts, and the medium coming up here along the south.
Who do we have in the Greyhounds medium? Gotcha.
Yeah, that looks like
a Stewart.
Looks like a very non-committal opener to me. They're definitely playing for recap here.
Yeah, we can see ESPT very strong on the hard cap and even pushing into that east orchard a little bit.
Looks like Kiwi's got a pretty good MG angle set up here already.
Oh wow. Yeah, new bipod mechanics are working great.
Jeez. Not a lot you can do to that. Good lord.
That is disgusting.
And ESPT with a decisive opening cap here.
Yeah, I think no surprises there from personally.
I think Kiwi's gonna be really problematic if he just gets to sit there.
Yeah, I mean, how do you kill it? You gotta satchel it, basically.
Yeah.
Or get somebody inside the barn, which...
He's only at HCE, so he might not actually be able to see a whole lot there.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, it looks like Greyhounds has been very light on front door. I was going to say something about it because their medium was staring down the main red road there, and there was basically nothing for him to shoot.
Yeah. Or Greyhounds are using medics, and just getting everybody up.
Is Greyhound sort of winning the Arty battery fight right now? Sort of looks like they maybe are.
Yeah. They do hold artillery battery. What about to the south of that? What's going on to the south of maybe a map edge? Oh, wow. Okay.
Got a Greyhound all the way down here.
Yeah, this definitely has the traces of a kind of a slow, methodical German wrap here on all the way south.
Just kind of pull up the map and see where we are post-cap, sorry. One garrison's been up in the center sector so far. But yeah, I mean, they have it, they're all the way to the map edge in the north, but ESPT nothing in the row 8 here at the bottom.
It almost kind of feels like Greyhounds is currently playing against ESPT like ESPT plays against a lot of teams, which is to play for like horizontal map control over like devoting too much to meat grind. It's an effective strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, if you only want to put as many bodies as you absolutely need front door, and then put as many people as you can afford to in the places that you think matter throughout the game, which in this case is going to be pretty far south, apparently.
I think ESPT is going to have to start reflanking south pretty hard here because Greyhounds has pretty decisive. Yeah, you can see them starting to push more bodies that way now to deal with it.
Yeah, notably also all the Greyhounds tanks are still alive, and presumably a lot of sector cap weight is coming from that. We did see cap kind of flicker a little bit, assuming that's why. But I'm wondering, does that mean ESPT is pulling bodies out of sector to deal with this south wrap, or what's going on?
Can we zoom in on Mars Mech for a second, Wix, on the right side of your screen? What do we got going on here?
Oh, bipod mechanics still looking good.
Very strong core mechanics here from Mars Mech. Abs of steel.
Let's go ahead and put the Team 17 stamp of approval on that one. Fixed. Looks good.
So we did see an allied Stewart get popped a moment ago. It looks like kind of by where the medium is now.
Yeah, you can see it on the bottom left of your screen there. It got killed by the Panzer IV.
Looks like
Panzer IV might see the Sherman here pretty soon.
Notably, both mediums have sort of chosen to be pretty anti-aggro here and just kind of see what happens, I guess, before they really decide to commit to one thing or another.
That progress
Ooh,
going as well.
nice rocket into the Lukes from Wide. Not sure how you say that, but
ESPT responding in kind, looks like. Putting a few more of their bodies on the hard cap.
Just give me a second.
Greyhounds.
I gotta fix the name of the stream real quick.
You're good. Greyhounds is keeping them honest front door for sure. ESPT had to pull bodies in sector to respond to that. Luke's is now diving, or releasing as we like to call it. I'm not sure that he's going to pull a whole lot, but
Siege chasing the Lukes.
I saw that.
Looks like the medium's gonna try and quickly turn and shoot it here.
Yeah, P4. I'm not sure if the P4 can get an angle on this medium, but
What was that
yeah,
supply truck doing? Did you see that? Axis
so,
supply truck just dove right through the orchards there, or
oh, I'm not sure. Maybe there's like a spot they can stand up on top of it and look over the hedge.
looks like the Lukes did get shot by the Sherman medium.
Okay, so we've evened the score on the light tanks. This medium's playing very conservative. I mean, I think knowing both of these teams and how their armor plays, that's to be expected. I think the P4 is just kind of anchoring the hard cap, and honestly, that's all they really need to do right now. The Greyhounds medium, I'm wondering if they're planning to push in and be more aggressive, because they certainly could. But the fact that they're still alive, it means that the ESPT has to like think about that, and then they have to play accordingly. They can't get overly aggressive to try to box Greyhounds out. So, it's a smart play. I think at a certain point here, I mean, cap progress is almost half. At a certain point, you have to say, all right, guys, like, it's time to secure this cap for my team. Let's go. They totally own artillery battery. They've got a good enough space in the north. They're actually making good progress in the north. If unless ESPT does something drastic, Greyhounds is going to recap here for sure.
This bombing run could be pretty juicy. I think I saw it. One was queued up from ESPT.
Yeah, there's a bombing run coming in over the kind of stripe of buildings right in front of us here.
Greyhound's still capping. That's actually surprising to me looking at the map here.
Yeah, I'm not sure where all the weight is. I don't know what.
How are they still capping this? Is it north? Is that where it's all
No,
coming from?
it's the hard cap weight. It's definitely the hard cap weight.
It's like 3-3 or something, it looks like.
Yeah.
People on hard cap, at least.
Defensive bombing run, not all that effective. I mean, a defensive bombing run is kind of just it's just a measure to buy your team time, and I don't know that it's going to buy them enough time. I think Greyhounds recaps here.
I'm thinking you might have been better off just going over the east side of the hard cap there and trying to clear out anybody on Greyhounds inside the hard cap. It has turned now, and ESPT is defending.
If Greyhounds artillery shifts correctly here, I think they They could really leverage it.
Some really good opening pressure from Greyhounds here. Typically, you don't like they're doing a really good job, like kind of turning up the heat early right now.
Yeah, and just like you see how that cemetery on the west side of the church is completely empty. That's because of artillery battery. Like nobody from ESPT can survive back there because Greyhounds can see right in there.
Looks like the Greyhounds bombing run. Wow, that could be significantly juicier. Yeah, that's a
Except,
pretty good bombing run.
yeah, 3 or 4. The reinforced still doing a lot of work for ESPT, I think.
I always kind of
Marcos
laugh when
down.
I remember what Wick said about if you watch a lot of bombing runs on admin cam, you sort of realize that bombing runs don't actually typically kill that many people in
Yeah,
comp games.
Smithers famously likes to preach that as well, which
Yeah.
he's not wrong for sure. You don't get those juicy 10, 15 kill bombing runs that you can get in a public match in comp. It's just too the spacing of the players and the kind of like the map, like where they are, the density of them is not the same.
Looks like we saw
Uh,
something explode. Possibly the Panzer IV is dead now. Not totally sure if it got shot by
Panzer
a
IV's still
76.
here, but it's been hit.
Oh,
Probably a repair station would be my guess.
You can see the Sherman now has moved north a little bit.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't time that with the with when they were at like 3/4 cap. I think they really could have turned it there if they just shoved the medium.
looks like we've got a 76 by Arty battery now in the south, from what I can glean here.
Yeah. I think Greyhounds is happy to have caused so much pressure on ESPT, and they know they've popped reinforced, so they're probably getting in position to push again.
Probably see this Tiger shoot at the 76 pretty soon, I would think, or there may not be a good sightline to that.
Looks like he's trying to find him, maybe seeing the puff from the shots or something, but I don't think there's a direct view onto him.
That's an extremely strong spot. Like if the 76s are not any 76 that goes there, if it's never pressured by infantry to the west, then I mean they can completely shut down that south side of church. Extremely strong.
Looks like
Right.
Greyhounds is already dialing the heat back up. They've got a huge number of red dots just east of church here again.
Now we're seeing ESPT on the map edge, but no Greyhounds.
Mm.
Just take a fly through the back lines and see. Greyhounds have anything behind them? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, that seems to be ESPT's. Like I think they understand what they need to do, and that is that they need to reflank artillery battery from map edge, just like Greyhounds did to them. So I think they're kind of pulling a lot of bodies into the sector, giving up some non-essential ground, probably in the north, and trying to reflank that south side. That's probably what ESPT is thinking right now. But the question is can Greyhounds just stack the box and go all in? Because the ESPT has no reinforce. Greyhound's tanks are still up. I'm assuming they'll have an airhead. I think they didn't use airhead.
So now with the 76 just free shooting into the back, I
Yeah.
kind of think that this is maybe where the heat really gets
Yeah.
dialed up for
Big
ESPT.
Satchel. There's 3 squads reset from ESPT. Yeah, Greyhounds takes this, no question.
No
Just the
OPs
lone
anywhere
Panzer
really
IV.
close. See a big spawn on the garrison. One of the things, ESPT never really got another garrison up around Veerville in the sector. A lot of times what you'll see them do is this garrison, like the launch garrison, will move back a little bit, and then they'll put one, a little bit closer. I don't think it would fit in this case, but they never really did that. The only garrison they've had in the EF row or columns has been this one. Maybe
Yeah.
this is where they wanted it, but they never controlled it. Sorry, I don't want to look at the map, the whole cap, but they're all kind of resetting from one direction now, which could make it difficult.
Was
And
that a Greyhound's like light recon shell coming in, or is that Puma shells coming in from the right of your screen here?
say that again.
Seems like it's a
Puma.
Puma.
Yeah,
I think it's a Puma.
It is, yeah, it is. It's just below you, Wix, on the hedge row tier.
Yeah, that Puma. That's what I was curious about.
I was trying to see what the Tiger was doing, but I guess he's looking through here now. But yeah, this is going to be a cap for Greyhounds. I don't see it possibly going any other way. The medium's still here.
Yeah, medium living for 20 minutes is good. I would argue they could have made a bigger impact with it, and in sort of the early stages of that opener, in my opinion. But I guess they chose to anchor. I think Greyhound's demonstrating that they really, I mean, I think they have played this map inside more recently than ESPT, I think. So really, I think it was just a quick copy and paste on the game plan, and they they executed it once again very well.
So we'll check the map here for the reset. Nothing at all staying alive in the sector up north. 1 OP at artillery battery gets put back down in the center columns. And looks like one... Okay, they got a few SL still alive here that are going to get up some front door OPs. So not even a great reset, to be honest. It looks like...
Yeah, they're already almost boxed out.
Yeah, that recap into church for allies is pretty hard, but I think Greyhounds executed that really, really cleanly. So now it's going to be interesting to see what ESPT strategy evolves into, because I mean, both of these teams, like we've said, these are, in my opinion, probably the best two teams playing the game right now. So I think both teams have a very good understanding of what they need to be doing as we see the Tiger get popped.
That was a huge kill. That was a huge kill on the tank. On Tiger.
Is the Puma gonna go for the 76? Oh, he's solo, so probably not.
Is this Mr. Siege in that 76 with his crew? Well-known Greyhounds tank there.
I mean, kind of an awkward position to be in, but they were up against the wall forward, got hit in the back, but then they didn't move. I'm not sure what the idea was there, but they just kind of sat there and took it.
Yeah. That spot that Siege is in is insanely strong. I think it's probably the second strongest spot on this map. The first strongest being the hard cap position, like behind that little like log pile shack. I forget what it's called. Where you can basically show like 10% of your turret, but you can see all the way down the road to the west. It's disgusting. Allies have some very strong positions if they can get to them.
Puma's still...
Backline Puma. Mr. Cap'n.
Ooh, OP right in front of him.
Hey, that's like a...
One
that's
to the
like
right, too.
now.
Putting the team on his back.
See how many more he can get. He's got 2.
Bro's racking up the OPCE right now.
Yeah, I mean, Greyhounds is...
More.
If we can get after we see this Puma play, I think we should take another quick peek at the map, Wix, and just kind of see if ESPT is fully boxed out and kind of like what they're thinking to get back in here. I mean, the farther west that Greyhounds pushes, the more room you have for kind of backline shenanigans, like we were just seeing there. Okay.
Not quite boxed out. They're a little bit in sector, but not a whole lot.
I mean, the question now becomes, RIP. Question now becomes, can ESPT kind of pull back in the arm wrestle match here and try to put enough manpower down in the south to start an honest recap here? I mean, they're definitely capable of it. They certainly could.
So we see the second Tiger from ESPT and the second 76 from Greyhounds are kind of near each other here in the north. It's a very good position for the Allied 76. I mean, doesn't need to take advantage of it right now, but if he ever needs to fire into like west side of the church, there's some good angles here. You can really control that area. Doesn't need to now because they already control it, but
yeah, I mean, that's so strong.
So with him in the north and Siege down in the south by Arty Battery, they kind of have both shelling angles into church more or less locked down. So these tanks are going to have to basically be dealt with before I think ESPT can really get anything going meat grind wise.
Tanks are able to
Ricochet.
see each other a little bit over the wall, but maybe not
Yeah.
actually hit each other.
Yeah, I think the elevation is just gonna not make the sightline's not gonna work. They might have a shot on like cupola or something, but I don't know that they really have an opportunity to push and follow up if they do hit cupola.
Tiger choosing to just do some HE from a little bit of a safer angle here.
That's what he needs to do. I think his infantry is really feeling the pressure.
Looks like ESPT has a pretty significant north map edge presence going here.
Yeah. What's the fourth point?
In 71.
Rear battery.
Oh,
Yeah,
rear
that makes
battery.
sense.
I think Greyhound's MO is kind of just to box out third and just really I think their specialty is basically making the other team's recap attempt pretty miserable for the next, however many minutes are left in the game. So, depending on how well they do that, I don't really think we're going to see a lot of fourth point pressure from either team here, but happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
Looks like he's taking hits on the turret from the 76.
Especially those allies MG spots, like if those go unharassed, they are extremely powerful. The one that Gigadeath is on right now is, I mean, you can deny, I don't know, what, like 3 rows worth of lanes. It's crazy.
Tiger making money moves.
Money moves. Here we go.
Wow. He's putting the team on his back.
76 is pretty much... He's behind a hedge, right?
He's behind a hedge, yeah.
Open.
Well, now he's not.
But
the front is exposed now, but they're kind of missing it.
This is a,
turret left,
I would
turret
say,
left.
questionable play from the Tiger here, but
they should see the barrel there. They don't see the barrel.
Also, yeah, good point.
I mean, they're looking through trees and stuff too, but we have the outline, of course, makes it easy for us.
I mean, the real counter to that 76 is to go north. So ESPT's infantry will need to buy them the space to be able to do that. I'm guessing their idea here is they want to get the yellow curved road where Kale is on the right of your screen there. That seems to be, ESPT would very much like to own that housing compound there.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Was that a siege shot from way down south?
Oh.
Oh, damn.
That's
nice
a nice shot.
Is that Maddie on the gun there? I think it is. Yeah,
That's
I've been
another thing
impressed with their crew.
Go ahead, Jack.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I've been impressed with the Greyhounds tanks lately. They've been playing well together and getting some nasty angles.
That's another thing that is, like, Omaha is one of those maps where some of the cross angles you can pull from like south to north, north to south are pretty wild. Like you'd really be surprised what you can see if you get to the right spot. I mean, perfect example of what we just saw. Like, that Tiger thought they were safe. They were bold with their positioning and with how safe they thought they were. They didn't expect to get shot from 800 meters away from artillery battery. But that's the reality of Omaha.
Yes, sir. In my opinion about this map as an armor player has always sort of been more negative just because of all of the like impassable walls and things that just kind of tend to annoy me. But like you're saying, it does have some very interesting kind of dynamics to it.
You got to embrace the Omaha, Jack.
Yeah, probably.
I would characterize it maybe as being one of the more complex maps for armor, in that you have a lot of those hard walls, but then kind of like what I was saying, there's a lot of those north-south angles that do open up, and it just kind of it makes it, like I said, more complicated, more complex than a lot of other maps, just because the combination of structures and terrain and everything, leads to a lot of things being not being able to be seen or shot, but then when it can, it makes those angles that much more powerful.
Nice rocket by Jaeger there. ESPT just cleaned up a very aggressive OP by the Greyhounds there. They're still kind of almost boxed out, but they're not giving up.
Where did the 76 over here go?
That is a good question. I don't see it.
Oh, is that it right there? Yeah, okay.
We get a peek at the map.
Yeah, there we go. Not really much has changed, but ESPT now looks like they have good control. We'll zoom over there real quick. Looks like they're getting control of artillery battery, or at least fiercely contesting it down there with the support of the UPAs.
Yeah, I think they're content to be boxed out in the north. I wouldn't say content, but like acceptable. They'll take it because realistically, I think they're banking on the fact that Greyhounds is not really going to pressure their fourth. I think ESPT needs to kind of bank on that and leverage that into a recap through the south, and that seems like what they're positioning to do. The question is, can Greyhounds counter that?
Is the 76 that was playing by Arty Battery still alive? I don't see it.
I think we missed a satchel or something.
Maybe. Looking at the map, it did seem like ESPT had Arty Battery, but then now, looking at the actual view overhead, I think Greyhounds has a lot more bodies there than I was expecting. So.
Oh, we got a Stuka.
Oh,
what a hit.
That's really big actually, because ESPT's armor is struggling heavily here. If Greyhounds is pushed up very far and they're playing Omaha allies, so it takes their tanks like an extra 45 seconds to maybe like a minute to get up to where they need. Well, I'll say probably an extra 30 to 45 seconds plus the extra time of having to get to where the front line or somewhere they can impact the front line is. So that is a huge Stuka for ESPT.
Sometimes you gotta run far just to get to the fucking tank, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So this was the crew that was at Artillery Battery. I'm guessing they drove all the way up there.
Yeah.
And then here's the other 76, and then we just watched one go down.
Yeah, it seemed like they kind of collapsed the tanks into the sector, or they were looking to do that. Not really sure what the goal of that is.
Yeah, I think they were in good positions. I don't know why they felt like they needed to move. Well, our is less safe now than it was.
That's true, for sure.
So maybe that was why. But I mean, the tank can obviously help you keep it safe. But where he was right on this hedge in front of us by this rep station. Now you see ESPT's kind of overrun it.
Yeah. But, I mean, to completely abandon it is interesting. Guess they've got faith in their Southside infantry.
P4 here. Is it just one Tiger up right now? Yeah, one Tiger up in the south. Probably another one coming soon.
D6 garrison flash for a second. That's scary if you're ESPT. If you lose that D6 garrison, your whole line collapses. That is arguably the most important garrison on the map.
That's Kenai here in the long barn.
I definitely agree with your assessment, Wix, as well. Like the ESPT post cap was maybe not as well coordinated as it should have been. I definitely agree. They should have pulled down that D6 and moved it back west, and then built one, somewhere on the maybe near the trees on the back side of the church, or just like on the north side of the cemetery, something like that.
Yeah, because they had one that was right here, so this one must have been pulled back or something at the time. But then that was the only one. I think
Right.
the goal was probably to get one here. They just never had the control. That's what I'm guessing. But
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. I think maybe they were anticipating to have more control in the north, maybe putting a little too much weight on the point layout, like thinking that like they needed to play more north when in reality they should have been shifting more south. And that's a tough place to be in, right? Like as a team, like or as a commander or whoever's doing their infantry allocations, like it's a tough ask to say like, okay, we need to take like you know at least a third of our infantry and put them 800 meters away from our fourth point, or whatever it is, 1,000 meters, and then they need to play, they need to control that sector that's like way the hell away from everything else. But I mean, I think that's just how you play at this point.
starting to see ESPT get right into the cemetery, almost. It's about as far up as we've seen him since they lost the cap a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, in a recap scenario, you could never count ESPT out there. They have perfected the recap on pretty much any map and any side. Wondering what this front door slumber party is going on over here.
Certainly know
Greyhounds.
there's an OP there. T-Rob probably waiting maybe for time to come on his, but he's not really looking towards the threat here.
Yeah, they just pulled it. I think he's probably like ratting and just trying to like make them nervous, maybe think that there's more people front door than there are.
If you're Greyhounds artillery, where are you focusing right now?
I would probably E6, the west side of E6. Just front door, hammer front door.
Looks like Greyhounds is really focusing on Arty Battery right now, from what I can see. There's a ton of activity down there. Kind of looks like they've mostly reclaimed it.
It's gone back and forth, I think like 2 or 3 times now.
Ooh, a little AT gun 76 double tap opportunity.
That Tiger's
yeah.
moving too, so
Ooh, spicy.
Oh, the HE gun won't have a line on that. Unless
No.
Oh,
This spot is the spot I'm talking about. If he backs up like a little bit, he can see, pretty much to the yellow road.
the U.S. Precision Strike just went in based on some old information, it looks like.
Did they
76.
did they precision strike a garrison? Is that what they did, or what was that?
I'm guessing it was a tank or something back here.
Oh,
They
okay,
didn't get the garrison.
interesting. Some arts and crafts there in the back line.
Yeah, I've seen a couple Belgian gates built.
This is just a question from out of my own curiosity, Wix. What's the stream delay that's required by HCA? Is it 15 minutes or more?
Well, it's like any tournament where teams can specify 15 or 30. Usually it's the streamer's usually told up front what it is based on team stated preferences. But I asked, and ESPT never answered. Greyhound said 15 minutes, so I did 15 minutes.
Just curious.
Actually, at first nobody answered, and I said I was going to do 2 minutes.
No delay.
And then Greyhound said do 15. Take a look at the map. Not a lot changed since the last time. Just still front door coming in. Maybe a little bit of progress. T-Ross still laying around. He doesn't seem to have an OP up. Artillery battery. Greyhounds have kind of come back a little bit on artillery battery. But it is very hotly contested down there.
76 is really trying to get T-Raw specifically out of orchards.
Yeah, I wonder if he's pinging their Gary or something, just driving him crazy.
It's an airhead, by the way. Is that a Greyhounds airhead or an ESPT airhead?
Hold on a second.
Oh, we got more important things to look at. No way.
We'll just call it trigger discipline. It is an ESPT airhead all the way up in F3.
Wow.
We'll see what they use that for. Maybe just, I mean, a bunch of manpower burning a hole in Woman Repellent's pocket, and he threw it out there so they could get a whammo up. There is supplies pre-dropped as well.
I think it might be a play to retake ground in the north, because they are really struggling in the north. Like, they're fully boxed out and they have like almost no OPs. So I'm wondering if Greyhounds is kind of putting enough pressure on their front door of their fourth that ESPT needed to react, and they don't really have an opportunity to use the airhead anywhere else. You know, like front door is still kind of cooked right now.
Like Fupa got shot by something in the south there.
Did Greyhounds just not notice the airhead?
Uh-oh. That's trouble.
So 3 squad leaders, a sniper, and a recon player.
Oh, the dreaded ESPT recon OP in the back line.
Yeah, we'll see what these guys do. Those are some, like, I think U.S. Rangers known for being very good at causing mischief in the back line, so we'll see what this guy gets up to.
They must have something big planned to pull Pollo out of the hedge he was camping with the carbine, just racking up kills.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen ESPT's strategy, like whammo strategy, shift to a more like recon heavy. I guess they're going more light on flares. Like maybe they're just assuming they can make assumptions based off of information from only one flare, and the other spotter can be in the back line, which is an absolute miserable position. Like it's a nightmare to deal with for defenses on any team. Not only because the recon spotter can hide that OP damn near anywhere, but also that, you know, their snipers are so good. 1200 comes to mind. I forget who their other sniper player, their other regular sniper is, but they're just such good shooters that, like, on average they're going to win more trades than not, and it's going to be like pulling teeth trying to find that recon OP.
I don't think I've seen 12 today, but Sansu I know is sniping.
Oh, yeah, okay.
276 is here. See, it looks like Seeker's kind of looking for their backup garrisons here.
Yeah. This is interesting. Sort of like a whammo play made with an airhead from the north, and Greyhounds is not responding to it whatsoever. This is pretty dangerous. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure like how much desperation went into this play. It seemed like they kind of had it planned because there were supplies pre-dropped from, I don't know, the beginning of the game or something.
Yeah, they are.
North is basically abandoned here. This north of the hard cap. Very light on the front door as well.
Yeah, that D6 going down is scary. I think really it's just a question of does Greyhounds realize what's going on and can they react quick enough? Because I mean, they still hold all the cards here. They can still seriously threaten ESPT's chances of ever getting back into this game.
Yeah. I wonder if some of it is too to just kind of bait them into pushing out west while they come in from the east too. So maybe
Looks like
they're
Doctor
not
knows something's up.
they're not concerned about this or this as much.
So Greyhounds realizes something's going on, but ESPT's assignment right now is to satchel tanks, I think. They know that their tanks are hurting really, really bad, and so they need to kind of even up the fuel difference.
Schmeg have rockets or MP40's got rockets?
It's not going to cut it, brother.
So there must be something that was destroyed or that's pinging over here, because the tank obviously knows that there's people here, and Luke knows that there's people here.
They're helping too. They're shelling an inaccessible courtyard, of course. But yeah, it looks like Greyhound's defense recognizes what's going on. I think this is going to get sniffed out, but key development is that ESPT Roger OP, Pollo Locos OP, is up near the road. That's going to be giving radar for whatever's on the road, and now the dreaded always having to worry about a sniper 600 meters in your back line for 50 minutes is going to happen.
And Shaka's now run all the way from around here, basically on this kind of path, to now be up in the south as well.
Yep. And ESPT has enough time for this type of play to develop as well, so they kind of know.
McGrath's really now. I mean, now you're starting to look at close to boxed out, kind of the four square. Maybe somewhat deliberately or somewhat not deliberately, but they weren't so concerned about it because they got that at the cost of some rats behind them, and it looks like we're going to see a double drop down here. Supplies were dropped back up there for someone to run back and build.
Has Greyhounds got any whammo going on? Like, have they managed to get anyone in the back lines? They've definitely had chances. There were pretty gaping holes in ESPT's line at certain points during this match.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. Interesting.
What do we got going on here?
Hot shit.
76 on the warpath. I'm guessing they're low on ammo. They're probably just yeeting this tank. Who's in it? Whose tank is that?
Claro. Oh, sorry, Siege.
Oh yeah, they're down to 2. Yeah, they're out of ammo for sure.
Claro was the ASBT. Claro was always now and Brick.
Load smoke! Load smoke!
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I
if
don't
he
know.
just reversed. If he just
This is
reversed.
pretty hilarious to watch.
I'm sure maybe their driver is bringing up the next one, and they're just trying to make something happen here.
I mean, they have no spotter here, but it looks like the gunner kind of knows where the tiger is. I'm not sure.
Oh, the wreck!
Oh, no, that's scary. They could engine him. Oh, he hits hull or tracks, maybe? He's still moving.
Oh, and the other tiger misses? No way.
This is crazy.
No way, no way, no way, no way. Oh, go for
Oh. That would have been an absolute insane play if they traded there. Is that Tiger engine? Like, they definitely could have hit engine.
Sounds like
I
he's
don't
still
know.
got an engine.
Okay.
Not always a reliable indicator, but
I think that's the most excited we've been this whole match is just this stupid throwaway armor play. I'm like at the edge of my seat.
oh, I lost control a little.
Let's see what's going on under the map.
I wanted to check on this area, just see.
Two recon spotters in the back line. Two recon spotters in the back line. There will be no flares for the frontline infantry. Good luck.
Looks like that ESPT
What
South
frontline
garrison.
infantry?
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
really,
point.
like,
Yeah.
you know, I wonder how much of it is by design and how much of it is by necessity. But there's no front door anymore. This, you know, looks like it could be a. I don't want to say. I don't want to quite say it looks like a pub match, but that's kind of what you could see where there's no front door and you got people flanking. Um, I don't mean that in a bad way necessarily, because I don't think ESPT would do that without it being intentional. So obviously they're shifting strategy from a front door push to let's just get wide and see what we can get on the flanks here.
Let's just get wide and get thick, as we like to say, right, Wix?
Get girthy for sure.
Yes, I mean, so far, ESPT has been pressuring their backline for, I don't know, probably about 15 minutes now. And Greyhounds defense has been up to the task so far. Obviously, we can't see Greyhounds garrison network, but it seems like they're catching, they're catching the plays not early, but in time. And if they can do that for maybe another 20 minutes, I don't think ESPT has the time required to execute this strategy that they're trying here.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, look at all of those Greyhounds. Like, look at that map penetration.
I mean, there's nobody here. I mean, for ESPT, there hasn't been.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tough order, even with 38 minutes left, would be to reestablish your front line here. I mean, how many times have we seen it firsthand? Meaning against us, where you lose these areas, you might not ever get it back. So it can be tough.
Yeah. Especially against a team like Greyhounds. I don't think there's a team I would ever want to try to play recap against less than Greyhounds. It is miserable.
So they are setting up to try to contest the kind of this north road here, but still nothing along the south road, and now we see the garrison at Crossroads is lighting up.
Looks like ESPT is going to push from the south really, really intensely here for the last third. Kind of their defense is a little bit on the back foot right now, though. So it's kind of now a question of, can Greyhounds apply enough fourth point pressure to offset what's coming from Arty Battery right now?
Yeah, they have gotten Arty Battery out of it, but when they look north, there's no front door. So I'm not sure how this north to south strategy is going to work. Theoretically, it could.
My question is, where's Marsmick?
Yeah. Where in the world is Marsmick right now?
Oh, you
Oh, you
just
just
passed him. He's on the right.
passed him. He's on the right.
A little more, a little more. Yep. There he is. What do we got going on, Marsmick?
I don't see it. Where is it?
He's in the bottom of your screen.
Oh, I'm looking for a blue guy for some reason. Well, he's on his favorite chimney here.
Yeah. Marsmic exceedingly happy with the latest bipod rework.
Wait, what is he even fucking mounted on?
Uh,
Currently using the Force.
yeah, I know when you get up on the roofs like that, the assets, like where they actually are solid, is very weird. Like sometimes you like mount up onto stuff that seems invisible.
Yeah, I know there's a
So
set of roofs on Carentan where you're floating above them like Mary Poppins.
yeah, so my guess is that like whatever the surfaces are at the top of that asset, maybe you can mount on the invisible ones or like close to those, or like they're bigger than they appear.
Just like objects in my mirror.
Yeah, ESPT in Greyhound's rear view mirror right now.
Can we do a CE check, Wix, with around 2/3 of the game gone here? What are we working with?
You can specifically for tanks.
Yeah, just curious. Looks like we've got a Greyhounds tank with some CE here. Looks like Siege's crew.
Matty D at 1250.
Yeah, they've
Varsity
been
Traders,
consistent.
another crew.
Is Broman the artillery player?
I believe Broman is Siege's driver.
Oh, okay. I forget who a Greyhound's artillery player is, but they're pretty darn good, if I remember correctly. I'm not my involvement with artillery is very minimal. I like it's my least played role. Gotta give the arty some love. Can we maybe get a peek at the Greyhounds front line, like kind of see what's going on there? Rear battery.
Oh, something just blew up.
Another Tiger
A tiger died.
to the 76 pushing.
Ooh. And with 30-ish minutes left, you're getting to the point where your fuel economy is becoming constrained by how much time is left, and losing a tank at the 30-minute mark really means that you have to conserve, those tanks are precious, those remaining tanks, and uh that's really going to hurt ESPT's chances of any kind of recap, I think.
Yeah, they're down to no fuel, and they have two in the field right now, and
Okay.
a medium getting crewed up. It looks like. So they're back at three already, but no excess fuel at the
Right.
moment. And
Right.
I think we can see Greyhound side, they've lost a few less, so they're probably a little more flush with fuel.
Did I see that ESPT red zone garrison to the northeast is still active and free? Yeah.
Yeah, the south got completely cleared out. It looks like, obviously, but north is now the happening place.
Greyhounds is on to Pollo Loco's recon OP as well. He's still using it, but I think their commander, or maybe one of their defense SLs is actively sniffing for it.
Sorry, cam there for a second.
Got 31 minutes remaining. I mean, Jack, if you're in the command seat, what are you thinking here? Your boys are down, all right? That you guys are hurting. You need to recap VSM. What do you tell them?
You know, I wish you hadn't asked me that because I don't really know. I would suggest that they you know, play harder here. I don't really know what else they can do at the moment.
Play harder.
I guess Artie Battery is, an area where they should try one more time to get control of because they've been completely wiped from it here. But I mean, beyond that, like you said earlier, Greyhounds kind of makes it miserable to recap the midpoint against them. They're just very, very good at um, playing some offensive defense, we'll call it, I think.
Yeah, they make you bleed for every inch.
They really do.
I think if it's me, I'm putting all my chips and trying to take D6. How do they do that? I think it's got to come from the west of D6 and also the Church Road. I think you make the assumption that Greyhounds isn't going to push your fourth, and if they do, you deal with it when the time comes, and you shove all in to take one of those grid squares, probably like next to E6, and then you go for E6, because you have to have front door presence for any kind of play at artillery battery to make any sense.
For those unaware, Ya is a significantly better commander than me.
I wouldn't even say I'm very good. Anyone who regularly plays commander in a competitive setting will be better than me because I don't regularly do it.
Got a Greyhounds airhead coming down right in front of us.
Is that just right onto Crossroads? Yeah.
Nope.
Oof. We have entered the negative zone.
Sorry, this camera, dude. Like, I'm really bad at the
airhead.
Dude,
The
yeah, can we
airhead.
look
Take us to the airhead, Wix.
Take us to the airhead.
I think it was north. Yeah, in that
Yeah,
compound.
I think it's in that compound that you're looking at somewhere.
There it is.
Oh, there. Yep.
No way, dude.
Wow. I mean,
that's surprising that nobody noticed that.
yeah. Is there are they getting the sound bug for the airhead or something? Oh no,
Oh.
it seems like ESPT knows.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say
Butters is on the
both
case.
times the airheads were kind of not in traditional places where you see it in competitive matches. They were in more like pub kind of locations. So maybe that's why that was part of the reason.
Oh. I don't know if I would call them pub locations. I think they're just like it's like
They're out of the
different
way.
use. Yeah, it's a non-traditional use of the airhead. And I'm wondering if it's because they just have so much manpower that they figured it was worth a try just to kind of shake things up. Because regardless, like even if you just put an airhead somewhere that no one is ever going to spawn on, like someone from ESPT or your opponent has to go and destroy it, like that's still something for them to think about. It's not nothing. Hopefully you get more out of it than that, but like at bare minimum, you're creating some pressure. I mean, the clock is ticking here on ESPT. The first 30 minutes of this game, I thought they understood the assignment. At this point, I don't know. They're gonna have to shock me in order to recap here. I just don't see it.
They've done well to keep the back line constantly alive because they were heavy south, they've been heavy north, but they haven't gotten completely wiped out of the back line, which is good, which was probably a long-term goal of that airhead. So that's good. The problem is, I think, when they I don't want to say overcommitted or because I'm guessing it was deliberate. They put a lot of people on that airhead and lost a lot of ground front door at the same time, and they haven't been able to get much of that ground back.
Yeah, I mean that D6 E6 is so important for Axis. If you don't have that, your whole front line gets pushed back, 400, 600 meters easily. I think that's because of the kind of how the map is segmented.
One thing I'll say about ESPT is they have proven repeatedly that they are not out until the clock strikes zero. You know, like they are very good at applying crazy end of game pressure as well. So I wouldn't say that they're completely out of this really at all until the game is actually officially over.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I hesitate to call, an overcommitment or a mistake. Like I think they deserve a ton of benefit of the doubt on deliberately. I mean, trading space for space is what they were probably trying to do, and say we'll give a little bit front door if we think we can, make a quick strike from behind. But it just didn't. It just didn't work out.
I would love to be surprised here. I think it would make for a great finish.
If you're an ESPT armor player, are you just basically biding your time right now for the final YOLO, or are you trying to do anything specific right now?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, just a question to the group.
Yeah, I'd be looking at what space on the map is safe for me to use and using it as best as I could to kill infantry, basically. I probably at this point in the game you're never going to kill enough tanks that it's going to make an impact on the fuel for what Greyhounds has. So I think you're looking to try to kill multiple tanks in short succession. And in order to do that, you need more space. Your infantry needs to get you more space, and you need to help your infantry get more space.
Looks like a potential. Sorry, go ahead, Wix.
I was going to answer the question. That's Panzer IV going down to 76. I would think to take a little bit of a different tact, a little bit different. I mean, I would be on the pen hit on the 76 there, but I think you want to try to take down as many of these tanks as fast as you can right now, because if you save up, if you just save up and say, oh, we're going to save up and in 15 minutes we're going to push all our tanks, it's just going to be a fucking bloodbath if you do that. So I think you got to try to take down their tanks and hope that you get an opening when maybe you get two at a time. Now it's 3 versus 1 or 2 versus 1. Your infantry get a crease and then you can shove it in, like shove everything in there. To go for the recap. I don't think you want to sit around and wait. I think you got to be at least trying to kill these tanks. And I mean, we see right here. I mean, this is how you're going to do it, by playing a couple tanks together and getting a double tap on them. But you don't want to lose your tanks, but you got to be trying to kill theirs. 76 is damaged. That's why these guys might be moving. They might smell blood here. A 2-man,
A 2-man,
and a 3-man.
Shouldn't be seeing him there.
No spotter, unfortunately, in this
No
tank.
spotter.
Driver might be spotting now. He might see the 76 right in front of him.
Dear.
Ooh,
oh
great.
no.
Was that the 76 that missed? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Tiger miss.
So this 76 has got his.
Oh no.
He's a little. Oh.
What are they?
No way! No way! No way! Might still clip the right. Nope. I wonder if the 76 just has track damage.
It looks like where it's coming from, it's turret.
I'm guessing barrel. I think the way that they're playing, it seems like barrel.
Time for the Allied P strike to take a 2-for-1 here.
That would be devastating.
Florian didn't quite have the angle for the rocket there. That actually might have, if he had hit that, that might have killed that tiger.
Oh, Tiger 1 in the front, taking another shot from a 76, and
Oh,
Ricky
Ricks.
return. Oh,
These tanks are in a precarious position as
can't
well.
that 76 just reverse more and shoot both of them?
I'm not sure. I think there might
Like
be
he's
a.
trying to do it.
I think the
Ooh,
greenhouse is in the way.
We got another 76 coming. That's going to catch him
Here
off
comes-
guard here. Unless there's...
Yep. Oh, there's one. Yep.
Was that the
I think this.
3-man?
That was the
Mm,
leave.
Uh-oh.
I think the 76 might just get both.
He's not pushing. He's backing up.
Oh. Maybe they see some hot OPs in front of them and they're not willing to push their chips in for the kill.
So we have the D6 garrison reestablished. Actually, we can take a look at that real quick, because that was something that we were looking for. That's finally been done. This 76 just took a hit. And the kill from Crosstown. Where is it?
I don't know.
Am I crazy?
Which is what did we just lose in the north here? Is that another 76 going down?
It's a tiger going down. Was that maybe the one they killed? And I thought it came from the south, but this 76 I thought was getting shot from southwest.
Yeah, I did too. I did too.
But there's literally nothing here. I have no idea.
What's the map looking like right now, Wix?
So they've no garrisons in the back. Still a couple squads leaking back there or recon back there, but they're back on the front line game now. Looks like for the most part.
One tiger in play, one driving up. Almost enough for another. So these last 3 tanks, once they spawn the final one, will probably be the 3, I would guess here. Maybe they have time for a 4th, but
I'm wondering why this is only 2 men. Wasn't Claro with this group?
I'm not sure.
So yeah, we're back to the front line here, and unfortunately they're not very advanced in their positioning. They haven't gotten very far in it, but... Ooh. This could help.
Unlucky.
Allowing the camera to go down out of the map is a questionable.
I gotta turn clipping off because I'm like fading in and out of consciousness, apparently. No, I started paying attention to OBS and I keep pressing the arrow keys and the camera just flies underground. My bad, guys. Ooh, we got a precision coming in.
Ooh, just shy.
Missed. Okay, Claro has joined them now.
Okay. It's giving them plot armor. That was the last Greyhounds precision strike of the game as well. Honestly, that takes considerable pressure off of ESPT's tanks. They can afford to sit stationary now if they need to.
The Upa's coming back.
I think, yeah, ESPT committing a lot of bodies to D6 here. I think they realize our backline play will no longer work. We'll take the recon OP that we got out of it and reset the line. And it seems to be working so far.
So third Tiger coming out of HQ now.
Man, I
So
wonder
no
if
friend-
Greyhounds. I wonder if Greyhounds realizes how much infantry is coming front door.
Can we get the first person view here, Wix?
I don't know how to do that.
You have to
Oh.
assign a hotkey to it, I think. So if you haven't done it, you won't be able to. Toggle camera POV. Yep.
It's not that big of a deal if you don't want to, but it's interesting to see how accurate it is. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
this is good.
Definitely worth it.
This is what the people want to see. This is
Okay.
Mars McCam.
Mars Cam just staring at him like a gutter.
So yeah, they still need a little polish on that part of the latest update, I think. I've seen the binoculars. Like, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah,
Like when you're looking at the binoculars in first person, it's like
it doesn't render the bino view at all.
yeah, you're just looking at the middle of their binoculars.
Now we're in the inch-on POV, but the gun isn't rendering, so it just appears as though we're a floating camera.
Did you not see the guy up on the wall behind him?
I don't know.
I don't know how much you can really trust that, because it was on the edge, so his FOV might be different, or you never know.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm sure Team 17 will get it ironed out.
ESPT really starting to feel the time against them now, I would think.
Oh yeah.
Right behind the 76, I think Valhalla's a rifleman right now, unfortunately.
Oh, interesting. No,
Oh, he's
no,
got rockets.
He's got rockets.
Okay. Will ESPT capitalize? I mean, that is a killable position that the 76 is in.
See, are there any tigers up here?
No, apparently not.
Looks like they're all down here in the middle. Maybe getting ready for a column down the road.
A last hurrah.
Last T-Raw.
True.
You don't have to laugh.
No, it was good. It was good. Where is
We
T-Raw?
all thought it was funny.
So you can't go POV on a tank? That's unfortunate.
What would the POV be of the spotter?
I don't know, I was wondering.
Yeah. I think that Greyhound's tank is in that spot I was talking about. Yep.
Oh, I
That
think they
is-
got the trade.
That is such a hard position to fight. Yeah, right there. So strong.
They did not get the trade.
Yep, and then they can reverse and fight the tiger too. I wonder if they have a rep station there, because if they do have a rep station, that's like pretty much unkillable.
It's like maybe not, since they're getting out to repair here.
Damn.
Just
They got an
a
AT gun, but no rep station. I would love to see them like pull out 2-man and have the TC get on the AT gun and double tap it with one crew.
Oh, hey, now
Here
we
we
got a
go.
proper POV.
Oh,
We got the weapon cam back.
Greyhound's weapons are working.
Oh my god, it's like playing at like 3 frames per second.
I don't think it's the FPS. I think it's like the ping or the lag.
This is hard to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Be curious to hear how the server performance is from the players afterwards. Judging from that, I would guess not great.
Yeah, anyone with motion that easily gets motion sick, please don't watch the first-person POVs. What's going on? They have 2 snipers in the church. ESPT has 2 snipers in the church and Pollo Loco. What is this?
How did that happen?
That is fascinating.
I don't know. His OP's gone too, so he's like, his cover's blown apparently. This is some Saving Private Ryan stuff here.
Plague with the notorious white helmet.
Very,
Yep.
very fast curse there. Siege
Sorry,
out
Plague.
of his tank. Oh,
Not
what?
sorry.
He's...
Oh,
Oh. That
That was
could be
a-
scary.
a 2-man 76 getting shot there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Greyhounds has so much fuel that like they have to have tanks stacked up somewhere.
This tiger could be in deep shit now.
Oh, he's fighting the hard cap tank.
Is
Take
it
a
an
shot
AT
from
gun shooting him?
yeah,
From
yeah.
the AA battery?
battery.
One more. Gets treed.
He might have a shot on him when he keeps backing up.
How did that... Oh, it must have been a track rocket.
I wonder at the distance, like how many of those trees render in for the AT gun.
It's probably just a sea of Play-Doh. It's a nice little AT gun.
I thought it was on the
On
roof,
there.
but I guess not.
Yeah, I've seen them use that before.
You can't
It's a
even
cool
see
18.
anything now with the smoke.
Yeah, I think if it was on the roof, it might have had a better chance to kill the tiger, but hindsight 2020, of course. Is that a precision?
I believe
I
so.
thought they used their last precision.
So did I.
Huh.
It might have been a
one
strafe.
tiger dead.
It might have been a strafe.
It'll be a strafe and the tank just got satcheled right after.
Yeah.
Or died
Yeah,
to
yeah.
satchel. ESPT's pressing up here. We haven't said anything, but they've gotten close, and now here's the front door airhead. So this is their going for it moment now.
Yeah.
With just over, or just under 5 minutes. 6 minutes to cap.
Something died at artillery battery too, just to the east of it, in that position, the strong position at AB. That was a medium, I think.
Oh, that's a heavy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh shit,
6.
heavy.
So what do the
Does
Greyhounds have
ESPT
for
carry?
tanks then?
They have the hard cap tank. I know that.
One here. Is that it? Because we just saw 2 die pretty recently. And there's 2 tigers. Well, now 1. It looks like another. We just missed a tiger dying. So this airhead's gonna land semi-supported.
Tiger's just driving in.
Desperate push here from ESPT.
I
Down to the wire.
You getting close there, you can get in hard cap and be tough to kill.
Tiger got hit by something? AT gun maybe?
Maybe traded
like-
with 76 that it killed or something. I don't know.
They're like right in that sight line of the AT gun, I think, too. Maybe Greyhounds doesn't have it manned. Oh, they don't have it manned.
Oh, there's a hedge in the way. It's got to go forward a little bit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Now
didn't
they
like
are.
that.
Looks like the bombing run was to make sure the airhead got cleaned up, which it did.
Smart play, Greyhounds commander.
Tiger looking for the AT gun, possibly.
Tiger looking for his team, I think, as well. Where has my team gone?
He hears the shots, but he doesn't see the gun is really hard to see, so this tank just may not see it until it's like
Is that
too late here.
is that a player-built barbed wire?
Has to be.
Okay. Interesting.
Is that what the cam gives us when we try and go first?
That's what
person
happens
on
when
these?
I... No, I wasn't going first person. I was just locking on.
Oh.
I feel like
Trying to see what they see. Oh.
Oh. That's a
What?
little bit. Wow. Jesus.
What? It looks like... It looks like his body became an AT gun.
we've got 5 minutes
AT gun
left, Rex.
scarecrow.
Focus up here, man. We've got 5 minutes left. ESPT is all in. Bombing run coming in.
They
Greyhounds
got a Tiger on the
trying
way.
to hold strong, yeah. I
They
mean,
got Luke's in the north and a Panzer IV Russian. So just the one Tiger here for the finale.
yeah. I mean, the Tiger, it's just kind of blocking the way for the
Oh.
infantry.
He's getting AT gunned.
Well, he didn't shoot the AT gun either. But there's nobody on it. Maybe they had two. Oh,
There's
getting
another
76.
76. Yeah.
He was 76.
got him.
Oh, that's all she wrote, I think.
Defensive airhead coming in for Greyhounds. Cap progress on a rear battery for Greyhounds. Airhead's
Yes.
landing right in the armpit of the building. Let's go see what's going on at rear battery.
This is all according to plan.
Just a couple guys back here.
Yeah. ESPT's defense SLs, 2 of them. Ooh, that's maybe a little bit of an overreaction by ESPT there.
Oh, we see a Stuka now. Ooh, it gets a 76.
Wow, that's wow. If ESPT's Tiger was still up, that could have been really detrimental.
We got the Panzer IV and Luke's combo here.
Got progress
Sort
coming
of
in,
capping with 50 seconds to spare. Sort of.
but it's like, I think it's like only it's tanks and sector weight.
Both tanks are in the hard cap. I mean, Greyhound's probably dropping reinforce as well at some point.
ESPT's making a game of it.
I mean, yeah, we knew that it was gonna be a shit show here at the end, I think.
Greyhounds notably with only one body inside the church, nobody in the cemetery. But they still do hold artillery battery, so I feel like that it's just that cemetery is no man's land. 5 seconds, everybody on the cap.
That's it.
There it
It's
is.
going to be a win for the Greyhounds, but honestly, to get back to this point, where they were able to actually get some progress on Vierville-sur-Mer from where they were maybe 20, 30 minutes ago is a pretty good accomplishment. I mean, in the end, it doesn't mean anything win or loss-wise, but, you know, just shows how close this match is between these two teams. Probably the two best in the game right now, and is the kind of close match you expect.
Yeah, I
Very-
would say ESPT, they're they did, they secured the cap. They're struggled a little with the post cap, and I think Greyhounds took advantage of that. And then from then until maybe the 50-minute mark, it was decisive Greyhounds control. Then ESPT tried that backline airhead, and it seemed like they were making something of it, but their front line just wasn't able to hold it together long enough for that play to develop. And then once ESPT realized that wasn't going to work, they just stacked front door and shoved in. It almost worked.
Everybody's almost really right in the middle now. Not very wide. At the end, everybody was just trying to force into cap sector.
Definitely a hard-fought game from both sides. Shout out to I don't know who we commending, Wix. Who deserves our commendation?
I'm gonna go for my boy Bamman down here, or someone in his squad. They look like they were the top tank on ESPT, and they're kind of a newer crew, so we'll give them some. We'll give them some. We'll give it to the TC though. Cap'n looks like they did pretty well as a tank squad, and I know they're pretty new together. So I'll scroll quickly through Greyhounds too before everybody leaves. Siege Gunner at 1700. Only one that was in a tank at the end, so.
Yeah. Greyhounds Armor definitely played their game, used the spots that they had, and those were some strong spots. I think they really paid dividends for them. I think just Greyhounds as a team as well really benefits from being up 3-2. Like they really are extremely good at that.
Very disciplined team. They're not going to make mistakes in that position, and they didn't here. Any final thoughts, Jack, before we cut the stream?
No, just good game. It was fun to watch Greyhounds. The really good recap off the bat, and yeah, they played really cleanly. So well done.
All right. Well, that was Group A, Week 2, Greyhounds versus ESPT. Greyhounds coming up with the 3-2 win. Omaha Beach. Greyhounds as allies. Thank you everybody for watching, and hey, keep an eye out for future HCA matches and on Twitch and YouTube being streamed every weekend for the next several weeks. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a good night. Thank you.
See you guys.